Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here on this Saturday evening. Back at you again with another video right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling page, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below, and subscribe to my other channels. Links are down below in the description box. And friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, share this video all over the internet, and tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. That's all you gotta do. So do it! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Saturday evening, February the 22nd, 2020, I am tired as fuck. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just drained. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. So if I pass out in this video, you know why. I'm gonna try to get a couple videos up before I go to sleep for the rest of the night. But I am, like, miserable. I was lucky to even finish work yesterday because I was, like, dead tired. I don't think it's hard enough to get some sleep, but trying to maintain your sleep and getting up, tossing and turning, and it's just a pain in the ass. I think I got sleep apnea. I don't know what I got. I'm a mess. I digress. So on this Saturday evening, it is time for your late and out-of-date NXT review for February the 19th, 2020 from Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida. Alright, this is the aftermath of NXT TakeOver Portland, where we saw a lot of things happen at that show. Johnny Gargano turned heel, Tommaso Ciampa, and screwed him out of the NXT World Title as Adam Cole, Bebe, retained the title. We had the Bruiserweights, the tag team belts off of Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. Rhea Ripley defeated Bianca Belair to retain her NXT Women's title, and Keith Lee defeated Dominic Dijakovic to retain his North American title. And Finn Balor defeated Johnny Gargano in a grudge match. So we had all that. So we were going to get the aftermath of that show. Mainly this show was highlighted by the Velveteen Dream, Patrick Clark and Roderick Strong, going to battle, kicking each other's asses. So we had that, and we had some other stuff on the show, as NXT is leaning towards NXT TakeOver Tampa Bay in a couple weeks. So getting ready for all those matches already. Don't know any matches as of yet, but over the next couple weeks we should find out what that show is going to be all about. And we'll see what happens with that. So let's get into the show. Let's not waste any more time that we already wasted. Alright, we start off with the Undisputed Era. They all come out. Adam Cole still has the NXT World Title. The Prophecy is still intact, even though he's the only person that has gold around his waist. So they come out, and Kyle O'Reilly is sad that he no longer has a title to air guitar on. Sucks for him. Adam Cole, Bebe, says that he beat Tommaso Ciampa because Obsession will never beat Destiny, and he's the greatest NXT champion of all time. I agree. There's still the measuring stick of NXT, and Roderick Strong will prove it again against the Velveteen Dream. And then we hear the Velveteen Dream's voice over the speakers. He tells Roddy to leave the boys behind and prove that he's a man, and do it for Marina, his wife, Marina Shafir. And Roddy gets on the mic, he's pissed, and he promises to make him wish he never returned. So, a little hype going up to the main event, so it wasn't that bad. So I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that was that. And that was it. And then that's it. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I am really fucking tired. But it is what it is. I'm gonna try to get this review up, and then I'm probably gonna take a nap. I can't function right now. Anyway, we get to our first match. Jordan Devlin, the Cruiserweight Champion, taking on Lio Rush. Was a pretty good match. As that lasted almost 20 minutes. They start off with counters to begin. Devlin takes a respite on the outside. They go back in. Devlin comes in with some strikes. Leo picks up the pace, fires back, taking control. Then he does some ground and pound action for a little bit. Follows it with a leg lariat for a near fall. Keeps things grounded, but Devlin starts to power up. Leo dumps him to the floor. Devlin counters back into a Uranagi and an Arabian press for a near fall. He follows with some strikes, another Uranagi, but Leo counters the standing moonsault with his knees up. Devlin quickly cuts him off with a half and half suplex for a near fall. Then he hits a beautiful butterfly suplex for a near fall. And he locks in the camel clutch, fucks him in the ass and makes him mumble. And some strikes, chokes him out a little bit. Keeps things grounded while he talks some shit. Leo counters the Devlin side, excuse me. But Devlin counters the come up into a backbreaker. But Leo keeps coming back. Devlin cuts him off with a jawbreaker. As we go to break, we come back. They're both down. They go back and forth for a while. They go to the outside where Leo hits a dive. Go back in. Leo cradles Devlin for a near fall. And then runs into a standing Spanish fly. But counters into a Koji clutch, but Devlin makes the ropes. Leo heads up top looking for the final hour. It's crotch. Devlin follows him up. Leo then counters it into an avalanche poison Rana. And hits the come up for a near fall. Most of the final hour, it missed. Devlin hits a headbutt. And then the Devlin slide finishes off. So, pretty good match. I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. These two men delivered. And Devlin retains his belt, even though it wasn't really a title match. But he keeps his winning ways going, and that's all I gotta say about that. But Leo Rush put up a good fight. Probably still be in the Cruiserweight title picture, but Devlin's gonna continue on as champ, and we'll see what happens with that. So, once again, 3.5 out of 5 stars for that match, and that's it for that. Alright, then we go to the back. You see Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez interviewed. Their little alliance that they formed at TakeOver Portland, where Raquel Gonzalez helped Dakota Kai beat Tegan Knox after choke slamming her through the table. Well, not through the table, but onto a table that didn't break. I am the table! And Dakota Kai pinned her in that street fight. So Raquel says she understands what Dakota went through because Tegan got all the opportunities and pushed her aside, which is what Raquel saw happen to her at the Performance Center. Then William Regal comes in, congratulates Dakota on her win at TakeOver, and tells her that she'll be facing Tegan Knox again, but this time in a steel cage, brother. And that's going to happen in two weeks. So not this week, next week on the program. So, yeah. So this feud is going to continue, and I'm surprised they did a steel cage this time. I thought they were going to maybe do a no-holds-barred match or something like that. I guess you can count the Street Fight as a no-holds-barred match, but see what happens in the steel cage in 2 weeks, and see if Tegan can get her revenge, or will Dakota and Raquel Gonzalez continue their torment of Tegan Knox, and we'll see what happens with that. And we're going to move on from there, and that's it. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we see Rhea Ripley in the back. She's speaking about Charlotte accepting her challenge at TakeOver. She says she got what she wanted and claimed that even queens can get nightmares. So, they're really starting the hype going to their match at WrestleMania for the NXT Women's title. I don't know if Bianca Belair will get into there as a triple threat. I think she will, but we'll see what happens as we move on. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Alright, so we go back to Full Sail University, and Austin Theory arrives, and he's ready for action, but Tommaso Ciampa comes out, and he warns him not to try him. Ciampa's pissed because of what happened with Johnny Gargano. Ciampa says he got too focused on Goldie and missed the signs leading to what Johnny Gargano did to him. Theory's like, hey, I got a match here, get the hell out of my ring. and then Ciampa lays him out, and then he just like goes berserk on the outside, throwing him into the barricade a bunch of times. Like he wouldn't let up. He went Nick Gage on him. And Ciampa says that to get his life back, there can be no Gargano in NXT. And like I said, he kicks Austin Theory's ass, which leads into Austin Theory and Ciampa next week on the show. So we'll see what happens next week with Ciampa. See if Gargano comes out to continue this feud that will never end. I think it'll end at Tampa Bay, but we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. Alright, then we get a Finn Balor video package showing what he did to Gargano at TakeOver. He says every hyped opponent has fallen to him, and to watch what he does next week. What he does, I don't know. See what happens with that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. I gave the Ciampa segment 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we get to our next match. The Grizzled Young Veterans taking on Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza. Kind of a short match. Long story short, Grizzled Young Veterans pick up the win after Mendoza got the hot tag running around on Drake. He dumped Drake to the outside and then hits an enziguri on Gibson after hitting a missile dropkick. And then he got cut off by Gibson, and Drake takes out Wilde as they hit Ticket to Mayhem to finish it off. So, yeah. So the Grizzled Young Veterans pick up the win. And the match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Gibson runs down the neckbeards and ignorant Yanks. I don't have a neckbeard, but it is what it is. But I'm not an ignorant Yank either. But so they're basically doing nothing in NXT UK. They were fighting Imperium, and that basically went nowhere with them. So I guess they're gonna start a feud with the Forgotten Sons, who cut a promo later on in the program. So see what happens with that. So we move on from there. Alright, then we get the Broserweights coming out to celebrate through the crowd. Matt starts hugging people and dancing, but Pete Dunne just raises the title and gives out a few fist bumps. Matt asks where the golf cart is, and Pete reminds him that it got impounded because of him. So Matt says they both partied hard, but the Dusty Cup partied a little bit too hard, and it failed the wellness policy test and is suspended for 30 days. Too bad for that. So it is what it is. So that was pretty funny. That leads to the Broserweights taking on Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. They pick up the win in a pretty decent match. Riddle tagged in Pete Dunne to get the hot tag. Fells with an enziguri. Lorcan cuts him off with a blockbuster, and then Pete Dunne snaps the fingers, and they hit the bitter flash. Pick up the bitter end into the final flash knee strike combination to finish it off, and they get the win. In a match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. So Broserweights pick up the victory, continuing their momentum from Dusty Rhodes Classic into TakeOver Portland when they won the belts. They get the win here, and we'll see what happens with them over the next couple weeks and see their first title defense is against. And probably against Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish in a rematch. We'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then we see Roddy telling the Undisputed Era that he needs to do this alone. We get that. And then, like I said, the Forgotten Sons are upset on Twitter about the Grizzled Young Veterans wanting to take over NXT, and they referenced the neckbeards. They said they will beat their ideals into them, and that's basically it. So, looks like the Grizzled Young Veterans and the Forgotten Sons are going to feud. One of them is probably going to be coming out of that one contenders to the tag belts. And we'll see what happens with that. And I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get Keith Lee, and we will all bask in his glory. He comes out, looking ready for action after beating Dominik Dijakovic. at TakeOver. He's about ready to talk, and then Kona Reeves comes out, all people, and before Kona can speak, Lee levels him with the pounce. Period. And they get to the match and lasted 10 seconds as Keith Lee picks him up, hits Big Bang Catastrophe, and thanks for coming, Kona Reeves. Go back to catering. And that was it. So the match I gave a dud because it was a freaking squash match. And that was that. But afterwards, it gets a little interesting as Dominic Dijakovic comes out. He says he's not ready to move on just yet. He makes excuses for the loss, and Lee calls him out on it. But Lee knows the fans want them to fight forever. Lee says he won on Sunday and is still willing to do it again for the 6th time. Yeah, I guess these guys are going to fight one more time over the NXT North American title. Probably have another match at Tampa Bay and end this long, storied rivalry between these two hosses. And it should be another great match in this long series of matches. I don't know why they're going with a 6th match, but I think Keith Lee should go on to something else. But they want to do another match. Why not? We get that, so we'll see what happens over the next couple weeks. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, then we get to our next match. Chelsea Green taking on Kayden Carter. Match after Kayden Carter got the win over Chelsea or so. Match was okay. The ending, it was something in this match I didn't like. But it should have happened after the match. But the match goes on, and then Bianca Belair comes out and basically Kanye West them. She gets in the ring. The referee's like, "What are you doing here?" I thought she was gonna disqualify or have a no contest. But she comes out. "I'm sorry, but I'm gonna let you finish," like Kanye said to Taylor Swift at the MTV Music Awards a couple of years ago. She says she talks about Charlotte putting her hands on her at TakeOver. She doesn't care if it's on NXT or anywhere else, and she promises to whoop that ass. So yeah, I hate to be Charlotte right now. And that was that. And then Bianca leaves, and then the match continues. Chelsea rolls up Carter for a bunch of sloppy near falls. And then Kayden hits a super kick, and Green goes to the floor. Then Robert Stone gets involved, trips Carter, and Green wins with a really messed up looking unprettier to Carter's back. And that was it. So the match I gave a dud. So it was horrible. And really, I think Bianca should have came out after the match and did what she did. That's what I would have done, but I don't know who produced that segment. I think it was bad, and really brought the show to a halt right there. But because it was going so good, and then you put this match on, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. And we move on. Alright, then we find out that next week Austin Theory is gonna take on Tommaso Ciampa. See if he gets his revenge on Ciampa for beating his ass. Then we got Finn Balor appearing on the show. See what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, then we get to the main event. Velveteen Dream taking on Roderick Strong. Pretty good match. Ending was kind of and the ending and the aftermath were kind of something to behold. And Dream started and keep away at the start. Roddy looks for the takedown. Dream follows with some strikes. Roddy goes to the outside. Again, Roddy looks to take him down, but and they work to the ropes. Dream goes to the outside to stall. Roddy chases him, and they go back in. Dream hits a dropkick, really taking control of Roddy throughout most of the match. But Roddy comes back, lays in some chops following an old Roddy Piper eye poke. Then he hits the backbreaker, and Dream rolls to the floor, selling his back injury. Roddy falls and Dream attacks, but Roddy flies back until Dream slams him to the ring steps. Ow. Then he stuns him off the barricades, but Roddy cuts him off with another backbreaker off the barricade. They go back in. and Roddy controls some ground and pound. Dream battles back. They trade. They work into both men going down. They trade strikes. Dream takes control, slams Roddy to the turnbuckles, and then follows with a backbreaker. Roddy fires back, but Dream hits a DDT for a near fall. Then they run into each other, and Roddy crotches Dream up top, falls him up, and falls with a buckle backbreaker for a near fall. Dream comes back, powerbombs, and then powerbomb by Roddy, and knocks in the stronghold. Dream fights out of it, makes the ropes. Dream then kicks Roddy to the floor. Roddy goes to the apron, and they trade back into the ring. Roddy takes control until Dream super kicks him and hits the Dream Valley driver. And then he's all hyped up, takes off his pants, show Marina Shafir on his crotch and his ass, his tights. Then the Undisputed Era come out to help Roddy, but that backfires as Dream takes them all out. And then Roddy hits the jumping knee strike, knee strike for a near fall. But Dream comes back, hits the Dream Valley driver that finishes it off. So Velveteen Dream gets the win, getting his revenge on Roddy for putting him out of action for a couple of months. Excuse me. So the match was pretty decent. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that was that. Afterwards, the Undisputed Era get in the ring, and they beat Dream up 4-on-1 to close the show. So it looks like Dream got his revenge on Roddy, but he still has the rest of the Undisputed Era to worry about. And we'll see what happens with that. I still think the Velveteen Dream will get a title shot against Adam Cole at Tampa Bay. Probably beat him for the title. And then Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era will probably go up to the main roster after WrestleMania. Or they will stay in NXT probably till SummerSlam. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's it for NXT. Yeah, that's it for NXT. So a little abbreviated review this time. But thanks for watching this review. I gave NXT a solid 7 out of 10 stars. I didn't really like the whole Caden Carter, Chelsea Green match with Bianca Belair getting involved in the match. I think that was kind of stupid. Keith Lee having a squash match of 10 seconds I thought was not needed. He could have just came out, cut a promo on Dijakovic, and Dijakovic came out and said, I want to do this one more time. But that's it for that, and yeah, that's all I got to say about that. So once again, 7 out of 10 stars for the show. Leave me your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section of this video. If you have any questions, put it down below in the comment section of this video or any one of my future videos coming up. Or hit me up via Facebook or Twitter. And we'll get to your questions in due time. And hopefully we'll get to a Q&A sooner or later. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So I'm going to go take a nap. Or I'm going to probably just I'm going to try to lay down and try to take a nap. Because I am dead fucking tired. I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel tired. Yeah. My videos will do that to you, make you tired. But it is what it is. Fuck you if you don't like it. So that's it for my video. Thanks for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing out. Peace out. Rock on. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And baseball season is just, well, baseball. Preseason baseball just started. The Mets lost both games of their split squad today. Not good, but they're just starting, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. Yankees lost, which is always fun. So that's nice. But it's day one of spring training baseball, and got a long way to go until we hit March the 26th when baseball season starts. We got the Mets and the Washington Nationals, I believe, at Citi Field. So we got that to start the year. The Yankees, I don't know who they play, and I don't really give two shits. And that's pretty much. I think they're facing Baltimore. Probably. I don't really care. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So baseball is upon us. College basketball is about to hit March Madness. Hockey and basketball is about to be getting to the playoffs in a month and a half or so. So lots of good stuff coming your way in the spring is almost here for a couple weeks, and we'll hit spring. Nice weather, warmer weather. I mean, we hit 50 today. Gonna be 55 tomorrow. And then we're gonna get some rain next week. And then get cold again. I'm probably gonna be up in wazoo with my health. It is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. So I'm gonna take a nap, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace, bitches.